Welcome back to my channel. I'm Claire Jefford, giving you clarity in your interior design business. I'm a business coach, as well as having my own interior decorating firm since 2011. I'd love to see you subscribe here because I offer a ton of valuable advice and I share real life experiences in my business, good and bad. So make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell. We are smack dab in the middle of my interior design marketing strategies series, and this is more for strategies within your own local community. Today I'm going to be talking about realtors and connecting with realtors in your area and how that can help your business, as well as postcards. Have you ever done postcards drops within a certain neighborhood? We're going to talk about that, and make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to share with you my free Facebook group. I'd love to see you there. Just before we dive in though, I would love it if you check out my website, clairejefford.com. I have a lot of great resources for you for your interior design business. You can check out the shop page, get organized with your process, get confident, and get clarity. All right, let's dive in. If you watched earlier on in my marketing strategies series, you will have seen that I did a booth up at Staples, and that was very successful for me. And while I was there one time, there was a realtor who also had a booth at Staples. So I connected with her and decided that this would be a great opportunity for a partnership because we both share the same audience and we're both in the same area. So I wanted to meet with her first, and we figured out whether or not we were a good fit for one another, which we were. And here were some of the strategies that we worked on together. The first marketing that we did together was we did a postcard. So Sandy was on one side and I was on the other. If I was doing this again, I would definitely have a picture of me, a picture of a pretty room. We strategically dropped that within an area that we knew, the idea of what kind of clients we were looking for. So you need to be looking at what is the area of homes, what are people driving in their driveway, are these people that are going to be hiring interior designers, if that is your niche, looking for a little more of luxury versus a DIY. We dropped it off to about 1,500 houses. We actually paid a service for the people to go around and put it in with the other post. You could definitely do this yourself if you wanted to save money on that. Now the key with this type of marketing is that you really need to be retargeting that same area probably over a 6-month to 1 year period as a minimum. What we did is we did it just the one time. I never received a call. She received a couple of phone calls and it didn't lead to any clients. However, I do believe that this can work, but it just needs to be retargeted because the chances of you dropping it off in a neighborhood at a time when someone's like, oh, I exactly need to have my bathroom renovation done right now, or yes, I am thinking about moving. I mean, we did this in early spring, I believe it was in March, and because in that time people are moving, people are thinking about now, they want to spruce up their home. So think about the time of year, think about the neighborhood, think about the location, but also be willing to invest on more than just one time. Think about when you get things in the mail, you may need to see things. They say people need to see things 7 times before it even sinks in. That didn't necessarily work for me, this specific postcard drop, but I do believe, like I said, that it is successful for people when they are retargeting more than just one time. I'm going to come back to postcards in a second because there was something else that I did on my own I'm going to let you know about, but in the meantime I also just want to share a couple other strategies that I worked with when collaborating with this realtor. So one was Sandy always sent these out every month, but she would send out every month a client update to all of her past clients or potential clients that she had been in touch with, people who maybe got in touch with her and asked for a spec on their house, like for an estimate of their home, for an appraisal, on their home. Then what we said was I was like, hey, and this is similar to the newsletter, so I did a video talking about how important it was to do those newsletters to clients. I really do think that that is key, especially people that you've already made connections with because they've already got that personable connection with you and they are going to be more likely to hire you when they need you. So within these, what Sandy did was she gives tips. So she provides, just like I did again with the other newsletters that I would do. So she gives tips on, if you're selling your house or what to do if you have a moldy basement, those kind of things. And then in one of them, she featured me, and vice versa. When I would send out my newsletters, I had one where I had featured her and said, hey, are you looking for a realtor? Then this is a great gal in the Burlington area. This didn't yield me a ton of clients by any means, to be perfectly honest. In fact, I think we should have kept going longer and longer with it, but what happened is that we got busy otherwise in our businesses, so we didn't continue to do that. But I think if you're going to team up with someone, maybe you talk to them in the early stages and you say, listen, let's commit to doing this for 12 months. You know, I'll feature you, you feature me, maybe we'll do a Facebook Live. You know, there's different things now that we have the internet and social media that you could look to do. And then obviously where possible, what I would always do with clients is that they were having me in, if they were talking about considering a move, I would say, oh, by the way, I have a great realtor, and I would make sure that I always had Sandy's card with me, and I would recommend Sandy as a realtor for them to check out. And vice versa, when she would go to a client's home, she actually started to add me in as doing staging consults. So she did that as a value added service when people were hiring her. So that's always a great thing too, that you could say to realtors and say, hey, you know what, maybe your fee is normally $500 for 2 hours for staging. If you do a staging consultation, maybe you'll say, you know, but for you, I'll do it for $350, roll me into your package. You know, so you're giving them a bit of a break, but it's an added value for them to offer to their clients as well. And then I also helped Sandy with her own home, so that was great. I wanted to mention, again, I just said I wanted to go back about postcards. The other thing that I did with postcards was that I actually posted these in the areas that I worked. So I would do a postcard. This is early days. I wasn't new at my graphic design, but I'll take a photo of this to show you. And this was a client's home that I had done. And we just made some minor updates to the decor. And then what I did was I walked it around her neighborhood. I did actually knock on a few doors within her immediate neighborhood and say, hi there, my name's Claire Jefford. I just did this, you know, your neighbor's home over here. And she was really thrilled. Here's a postcard. Are you looking for interior decorating services? Are you thinking about moving and maybe needing some help with staging or helping your new home? And I did that in a couple of different neighborhoods. I did talk to a couple of people within there. I didn't yield any clients from that, but again, it's something that you can do fairly easily. So the real key with marketing is to keep in touch with those people. It's not just really a one-time thing. So that's what I learned from doing some of these initiatives. But I highly, highly recommend working with a real estate agent. Collaborate with a real estate agent. Find maybe a couple or 2 or 3 in your neighborhood. You don't want to have too many because you want to be able to, you can't refer them all then. You know, but I just like having good contractors. It's nice to have a few because maybe personalities or the styles that they have is a little bit different. So I'm Claire Jefford. Let me know if you've collaborated with a realtor and what kind of results that yielded for you. And make sure you are joining my Facebook group. It's a free Facebook group. It's called Interior Design Business Strategies, IDBS, where there is no BS. So search that up on Facebook. I'll put a link in the description below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Love to see a thumbs up, and I'll see you here next week. All the best. See you then. Bye. I'm a business coach as well as an interior designer, and I'm here to help you. Did I already say that? Oh my gosh. Can I just get on with it? I hope I'm not too bright and all this is a waste anyway.